The top of the Empire State Building.
Z100. New York.
We manifested this, Crystal Rosas.
On Zoom.
Yeah.
And now we're in the
now
flesh.
we're in the flesh. Welcome to the Z100 Artist Interview Lounge presented by Hackensack Meridian Health. Pan the camera over to Gayle in studio.
Hi.
Welcome to New York again, where it's not snowing and cold.
Yes, for once it's not cold when I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm so excited about that.
We have so much to get to. Your EP.
Yes.
You on one of our lineups.
Yep.
Crazy.
Performing soon.
You got all
here.
that.
I am.
All that.
I'm
So, first of all, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling so excited. I'm like so stoked to be here.
Yeah.
And like it's crazy. This is the first day I'm actually like doing things, and so like I'm super energized. Ask me in 2 days and I'll be like, I'm
It's gonna be a whole different situation. Yeah, for sure.
But right now I'm doing great. I'm living it up. I'm so excited.
Before we crack the mic, we were talking about all those things that Crystal hit on, just the anxiousness, the sense of accomplishment, the idea that hitting the stage and fans really being there.
People show up.
Yes,
Crazy.
Of course they do. Gayle, come on. Let's talk about you creating and having fans and being able to hit the stage to get that interaction. What's it going to feel like for you after these couple of years where like we hadn't really gotten that?
Man, it's crazy. It's like I'm so used to doing what I'm doing and nobody paying attention. You know? Which I was good with. I wasn't sitting here being like, people need to pay attention to me.
Yeah.
I was just like 12 doing like la 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 la, making music, you know? And so it's like crazy because I'm like doing the same things but like completely different. Like I used to perform all the time, especially before 2020. That was like my favorite thing to do. But like now I'm performing in front of like people. Like,
and they're singing your songs
like,
back and verbatim.
That's crazy. Like most of the time I'm so used to just doing like a writer's round. Most of the time like 2 to 3 people are on stage with me, just an acoustic guitar. But now I'm like with a band and like have a headlining show and like and even like I last year went on a tour and I was opening up for this band, Winnetka Bowling League. They're absolutely amazing. But like and the shows are probably around like 300 to 750 cap, and that was so exciting.
That was
that
amazing.
was like that was such an incredible opportunity for me, and like I was so stoked. But now I'm like getting to do like amphitheaters with opening up for people, and like maybe possibly at some point doing like an arena opening up for somebody.
Well,
And, like,
you see how she said maybe, possibly, like as
maybe.
if we're gonna read between the lines on that for now.
I'm gonna act like I know the future, you know. We're trying to manifest, you know how it is.
Well, you're here because you're performing in New York City. And how does that feel to be here performing in one of the biggest cities in the entire world?
It's such a joy. I actually I haven't really performed much in New York. The only thing I've ever really done is I did the Apollo when I was like 11.
Okay.
11 and 12, and then I just never really made it back. But I'm so excited to be here and perform and like do my own shows and like do original songs and like just to get to vibe with people in the crowd. Like that's so exciting.
How do you prepare for that? Like what goes through that process?
It's like practicing the same songs over and over again. Like most of the time I picked out around like 14 songs, like 14 to 15 songs, and we ran through them. And then we kind of figured which was the best songs that like felt better live. Cause something can like, in some ways like feel good on like when you're just sonically listening to it in your car, on the radio or like whatever. Crazy, no.
You know, maybe in the theater with Jimmy Fallon.
Crazy, no. But like live, it can suck. Like live does not.
It doesn't translate. It does not hit the same.
It just doesn't. And so you need to like do it live, and then sometimes like one song can just stick out like a sore thumb too. Like that can just like it doesn't hit as hard as the other songs do live, and it can be songs that you just don't expect.
That's got to be fun. The challenge to go through that, to see it on the other end, and know that you did the right thing that felt right in your heart. So to think about being in that preparation stage, even preparing, as you were saying, picking the right outfit,
packing, crazy, like trying to also like it's weird because like I haven't really performed in such a long time with the band, and knowing like I sweat a lot when I'm on stage, but knowing like okay, these jeans I'm less sweating in, but these like knowing that stuff is so weird.
This shirt looks a little less crusty on stage.
Like literally, but like knowing I can't wear like pants 2 days in a row because I sweat too much. Like knowing like okay, I'm doing a band show this day and I'm going to sweat a lot in these pants, so I need to make sure to wash them so that I can like
everyday things. I love it.
Like That's what I think about. Or I'm be like, okay, I have to pack deodorant in this bag, but then I need to pack it in this bag because I'm gonna lose it at some point. It's just gonna happen. Or like I bought myself like a bucket hat and I was so excited, and I remember I was like, I can't wait to lose this in some random place because I'm switching, and I lost it the first day I was here. I was so sad. I was literally carrying my bag into the hotel room and I lost it. Like I couldn't find it.
APP out on this bucket hat. We need to put all points.
We need it. I got it from Target.
Yeah,
if you see a Target floral bucket hat, it's mine.
No, I want to shift gears a little into the music. Your first EP, A Study of the Human Experience, Volume 1. It's out. And the track list is so funny. I mean, the song titles are really blend out there, but you're hitting stuff like hooking up with friends or noticing when someone just wants you as a booty call.
As a booty call.
Yeah, you're just horny. Nothing more than that.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem with people being horny, and sometimes I like it when people are horny, but like when you're like rude about it, when you like, I'm fine if you like just want that from me, but like don't just like treat me like an object, you know, like just be nice, like just be respectful, respect our friendship, you know. It's okay to like get horny every once in a while, like I'm down for it, like I'm like, what's up, cool, but like respect me, you know.
We hit this a little with your single that we're playing everywhere around the country, ABC, that you're so honest with your songwriting, and especially even on your EP.
Thank you.
They're obviously like about people. Have people connected the dots? Have your friends connected the dots? Has the horny go connected the dots?
Oh my gosh, I got the most awkward. This poor dude, I got the most awkward voicemail I think I've ever gotten in my life. And it was just like, normally I tell people when I'm releasing a song about them, like, I'm like, hey, just so you know, but even like, you're just horny. If you listen to that song, right, and you think it's about you, that just shows something. Like, that just shows that it is probably about, like, if you're like, you don't want to be friends, you're just horny. And then you're like, is that about me? Probably that's like kind of telling itself to know that. And so then they're just like, hey, I literally remember I was like on the plane and I was gonna text them, I was gonna call them, and then I got lazy and just never did, and I really didn't care enough to. And so then I was just like, I just got the like, hey, how have you been? What's up? So you put out a song, and I was like, oh God, oh no, I meant to text them, and they're like, yeah, I'm not overthinking it. But if you could call me, that'd be appreciated.
Wow.
Did you?
I ended up texting him. Well, because here's the thing. Also, he knew I was mad at him. Like, the difference between the person I wrote ABC about, I got mad at them and never told them. I just blocked them on everything, and I think they kind of figured it out by now.
I remember.
Yeah. And this person, instead of just like shutting them out of my life, like all of the anger I felt, I was like, I'm mad at you. Like, I'm angry. Like, you hurt my feelings. And like, also, I feel like with him, I also wanted to make sure that he never unknowingly did that to somebody ever again. You know, because like, it's one thing, we're young, we make mistakes. You know, it just like happens. And so I was like, this is inappropriate. Like, don't ever do this to somebody again. But if you are doing it, you know you're doing it. You can't just do the like, I'm sorry, I didn't know. And like, you know,
that's the toughest part to come to grips with, and that's why people who connect to those songs, you know, without you having to tell them it's about you. That's some inner healing that they need to do in order to become better people. And that openness, that honesty that you're writing about, that you're creating about, those are everyday feelings that we all as listeners, as fans, are connecting to, which is why you're seeing these streaming numbers go crazy, which is why you're hearing songs whatever city you're going to be in, because you're really doing, and I feel like we told you this before, you're really doing what feels right to you, and that's all we want as fans of music, is just to, you know, be able to connect, because that person is singing our feelings. You know how to make notes and put them together and pick those high notes and all that kind of stuff.
Oh my God, thank you. That really means a lot.
No, thank you for doing it. Seriously. With the EP, here's one thing. You went through the track list a bit. Always aesthetically, I've had the question, why the lowercase letters?
You know, I went through this phase when I was like 14. And like my original name is Taylor, but like I at 14 was like, I go by Gayle now, and then I pierced my nose and cut my hair. Like I was just like, I'm different now. Something's changed, but I don't know what. I'm just aging. And like, I used to do this thing where I would have ridiculously long titles and no spaces. And like, I'm literally dyslexic. That's absolutely terrible for somebody who has dyslexia. It's just to literally
totally
the long list. And like, even like sleeping with my friends, originally it was called I Really Need to Stop Sleeping with My Friends. No lowercase, like all lowercase, just stuck together. You know?
Yeah, Gayle, what are you doing to us?
I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know where I was mentally. It was apparently somewhere. And then I don't know. I thought like my name is like in all capital letters, and so there's something I really liked about doing like Gayle, and then just like the very like lowercase.
The inside, that's really dope.
Thank you.
I never. That's what it was. The curiosity was like it was eating me up because but to understand that there is a purpose, a reason.
Also, like there's something that's like so artsy and just such bull when you're like making a song and then you're like trying to come up with the title and then you're just like. They type it out normally and then you're like lowercase and then you're like perfect. That's it. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like some songs have like exclamation points after it or like a question mark because that like looks and feels right with the song, but it's complete like bull to whatever the artists and writers kind of decide in the moment. That's like that's it.
Before we get the next question, I want to actually, would Aretha approve?
Gosh, I don't know. I hope so. I don't know.
It's like kids these days not using punctuation. What's this about?
I feel like maybe she would like kiddie pool. Okay. Maybe. Aww. But like, I don't know if she'd listen to ABC and be like, perfect. Like, and I'm good with it. I like hope, but I probably not. But it's okay.
Maybe,
it's okay. Right. I'd be good with it. If she looked at me and was like, you're absolutely terrible, I'd be like, you noticed my existence for a second?
Finding the positive in everything.
Exactly.
Boom.
I'm trying my best.
There you go.
Now, so shifting gears again, my bad. If I have to be that person. But we're so excited that you're part of our daytime stage.
Yes, baby.
iHeartRadio Music Festival in Las Vegas. Now, you've done festivals before. Is this going to be one of your first ones?
No. I haven't done festivals. No.
Are you ready?
I mean, as ready as I'll ever be. I feel like there's never really... I was always waiting, even like before I went on this tour, to feel like I was ready, to feel like I'm mentally prepared to like do all of these things. But I don't think there's a point where I'm like, I'm ready to perform a festival.
Well, I was talking about like that. Because you said you sweat a lot and it's in Vegas. That's the kind of... That's why I was wondering, are you ready?
Yes. Am I ready?
You're ready to sweat even more.
Oh, I'm ready to sweat. Okay, I'm always ready to sweat. I'm ready to go hard. Honestly, like there's something that's really freeing about when I'm on stage because I don't care how I look.
Yes.
Like my hair is in my face. I'm sweaty. You can tell. Like it's messy. It's not perfect. And like that's something I really appreciate about live performance is like being comfortable in the messiness of it. Because like when you're recording music, everything like every note has to be perfect or like you have this melody and you want it to be like done in the best way possible. And you think about every single sound that goes into the song. But like when it's live, you don't get to do that.
Can I ask you to piggyback off of that? There is that part of the reason why you left with Love Star, where you left the ending of it on the piano, and it felt like it was that voice memo note where you're at the piano.
Yeah, it's one of those things where that's how I originally wrote the song. Like I came up with the chorus melody when I was just like in my friend's apartment, my A&R's apartment. She's my friend too, so and like she had this piano, and I was just sitting there, and I was just thinking about my life, and I was just in this moment where I was just so uncomfortable and excited at the same time when it came to like my relationships and my love life, and so, and I just like was in the piano, and I did that chorus melody, and I ended up bringing it in with Johnny Shore and Sarah Davis, who I wrote the song with. But I think that's also why I wanted to end it that way, because that's how it started. You know, it's just like this super vulnerable, innocent, just like love song. And
Go ahead. Stay with your chest, girl.
Love it.
Yeah.
Now we do have a game here.
Let's get it. Yeah.
Yes.
We're ready to get into this game. It's just pretty much the A, B, C, D, E, Fs of a breakup.
Come on now.
Okay.
So we're gonna ask like breakup questions, and we can all chime in. I mean, we can all dibble dabble in.
Mine is still a little raw and real. Crystal roll sauce. But,
I know.
You know what I mean?
So the first ABC of breakups, what about A? All of the old stuff. All of the gifts. Do you keep it? Are you selective? Is it in a box somewhere?
I'm more selective than anything. Okay. I'm the type of person where like if I go through if I break up with somebody, I'll instantly regret it. Like the way I like take it back so quick. I'm like, I'm breaking up with you, and then they're like, okay. I'm like, wait. Like, stop.
You do the walk away and look back.
And then I'm like, why? But like, why are you accepting this? Why aren't you fighting for me.
Cry. I want to see your male tears.
I'm not even lying. There's like one point where like this dude broke. I was also like 13, so like take this with a grain of salt. There's no maturity in this whatsoever. But like this dude broke up with me, and then I had a picture of us, and so I put it on a dartboard. And my poor brother and his friends like seeing my range of emotions, because I was like, I hate him, and then I like literally threw the dartboard at the picture, and I was and then I was like, oh, we look so cute together.
A 13-year-old heartbreak.
Literally was like, I hate him. Throw the dart, and then I was like, oh, we look so cute together. So I keep some of it, and then some of it I just
okay. What about B? Go for it.
B, birthday texts.
Birthday texts.
Do you reply?
Do you reply?
I do. Or I do like you know how you react to text messages? If I had an ex text me happy birthday, and they don't text me happy birthday, but if they did, I'd probably just reply with a ha.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, thanks.
Reply.
C, chats in your phone, messages. Do you delete them? Do you keep them? Do you reminisce on them?
I keep them. I'm sentimental.
Oh,
yeah.
It's like really hard because like I haven't dated somebody in like a really long time, but like with me, I just like remembering the fact that I liked them at one point, because there's times where I'm like, what was I thinking? What was I doing? Like what? And I was like, no, like they presented themselves in a very specific way, and like I appreciated them for who they were in the moment, and like all of that, you know, like trying to be like at least something positive came out of that relationship instead of just being like that was stupid.
This might be a tough one, but with E, is it easy to move on?
No. I mean, there's even some relationships that I feel like I haven't moved on from, because like I moved on from the person, but the idea of who that person was, that's harder for me to move on. Like I'm the type of person where, not saying that this is right, but like there's times where I'll look at relationships, and instead of like taking that person for who they are, I'm kind of like glorify some of the bad parts and just kind of like make them into something, and I make our relationship dynamic into something it's not. And so then like when we break up, I'm like, okay, we never had that, but I like convinced myself we did, and that's hard to like let go of.
Got it.
You know?
Got it.
We skipped over D. Drunk dials. Are you picking up? Are you doing them?
Ooh, I feel like it's 50-50. It kind of depends.
Depends on how
I feel
I
like
am.
if they're just gonna be like, I love you, I'd be like, okay. You know, but if they're going to be like, I'm over you, I'd be like, nah. It's fine.
Now, the last one is family. Do you still keep in contact with mom, siblings, dogs?
Okay, there's one ex I obviously hate their family, but there's one that I absolutely love their family. I love the mom, I love the dad, I love the sister. Like I love the couch. I like love their dogs. Oh my gosh, they had a rabbit. I love their rabbit. They have a cat. I love the cat. I miss their boat.
Were you dating only dogs?
The family's boat. Exactly.
Dang,
date people with boats over the summer. It's a great, it's a good tactic.
Date people with houses in the Hamptons.
Date people with their families having houses in the Hamptons. That's what happens when you're a teenager. You're like, your family might have a boat or the jet ski, the one jet ski. That's also, also if their family cooks, that's great.
Dang.
I go to their house, they make me food. Love it. It's fantastic.
Just adopt me, actually.
Yeah, just adopt. Exactly. That's the thing that sucked though, is when we broke up, I think I liked his family more than him, and I didn't even realize that. Then we broke up, and I was like, wait.
Before we get you out of here, with the realness, with the emotions really being on every stanza, you know, the hook. I mean, is it tough to relive some of these moments? And you know, do you use these moments as therapy when you get on stage to release it?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like for me too, I've made mistakes, and I think I talk about some of those mistakes in the song, and I think that's also a thing for me to remember, because I make the same mistakes kind of over and over again. And even like to allow myself to feel emotions, like I always talk about like, okay, let yourself feel anger. Yes, and I try my best to do that, but then sadness comes along and I don't want to feel that, so then I shut that out. And the same thing I need to do for my anger is the same thing I need to do for my sadness and my happiness, you know? And so like it's a hard thing to try and like figure out my emotions and all of that, and music is one of those things that really helps me do that, and also helps me capture a moment of time, because I'm a super sentimental person. I love like just memories and spending time with people, and that's what music is. It's like capturing those moments of time that I couldn't particularly like take a picture of. For me, it's like taking a picture of a feeling, you know? And so that's really what music is. And for sure, it's like a therapy, and it's like capturing positive moments of time and negative moments of times and kind of neutral moments of time, and letting me like relive that over and over again. But also once a song's done, that feeling is kind of like, okay,
it's released.
I've dealt with that. Let's go to the next thing.
It's like having that VHS cassette of 11-year-old Gayle rubbing the log.
Rubbing the log.
Theater, you know what I mean? You get to capture that moment, but it's in your brain.
It's in my brain.
Totally understand.
Well, Gayle, before we get you out of here, we have to say thank you.
Yes,
oh my God,
girlfriend.
thank you.
Congratulations on your EP that just dropped.
Oh, thank you.
On hitting our daytime stage in Vegas.
All of it.
Our 2022
All
Evergreen
of it.
Music Festival.
Yes.
Performing here in New York and being on tour. All the fans are screaming your songs and your
Oh my
name.
gosh.
And
Oh my gosh.
thank you for coming through with the manifestation we had.
Like we said, it was open door policy. You took full advantage. We're
Absolutely.
here whenever,
I was like
for realsies. Like we don't play. And I don't think we have enough time to go and grab that slice of pizza. We did say we're gonna grab some.
Yes, we did say we were.
We'll get that set
Next time.
Next time.
Yeah, we're
Next
gonna get that
time.
all. But on behalf of all the fans, on behalf of everyone here at Z100, you're part of the family now.
Oh
so
my God,
welcome.
thank you.
All right.
I'm
One more
so
time, round of
honored.
applause, Gayle.
I don't know whether to clap or not.
Artist Interview Lounge, presented by Hackensack Meridian Health, and you're going to be back, right?
Yes. We got it.
Of course.
Love
of
you,
course.
girlfriend.
Love
Thank
you.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100.